Did I ever tell you about the time that I went to work as a nurse
No?
at a mental institution?
No.
Well, you know, it's back in the day. Well, you see, what happened? I was in New York City. At New York City. And I was in with the crowds, and I go partying every night. Ooh, let's have a sidecar. Let's have another sidecar. Ooh, let's have a Long Island black tea. Ooh. Oh, I tell you what. Anyway, I knew everyone back then. Everyone. Anyway, so I had a suitor back then known as Mr. Winiski. You see, he was a Jew, and they were the rich people back in New York. Oh, I'll tell you what, he was the most cutest darlingest. He used to take me to the theatre, and I used to tell him, I used to say, Philip, that was his name, used to be Philip. And so, Philip, I know those people. That's Mary. That's Ryan. That's Brian. That's Carrie. That's Lucy. And that's Diamond Fiasco. She changed her name by default. You know. Anyway. So we went to the theatre, and I could see it's 5 minutes after the curtains should have gone up, and I was like, oh, what's going on? Lucy, Brian, Ryan, Diamond Fiasco would never be running a play like this. 5 minutes after curtains were meant to be up, and there was no show. We were sitting there, and Philip, come on. Oh, Kludi, here's a snack. I'm like, Philip, I'm not eating. Oh, I tell you what, he was always trying to get me. I was just like, just give me my vodka and tonic, and give me my sidecar and my Long Island black tea, and you see the little pill person there, just pop that out to me, and I was doing it. Anyway. So this night, and I said, I'll be right back, Philip. I'll be right back. I've got to go see what's going on. I've got to see what's going on with my friends. You know, Diamond Fiasco, Lucy, Ryan. They wouldn't be running a show like this. They wouldn't be. They should be on time. Curtain call. The stage manager. I knew the stage manager. I'll let you know. There was a stick, and no one ever saw it because it was so far up his, you know what. Anyway.
I know what you're saying.
So a show wouldn't have been late. Not. Oh, anyway. So I went backstage, I said, what is going on? And they said to me, we can't put on a production of Lost in the Mist without the mist. And you know what? The smoke machine was broken. It had seemed that Lucy had used it as a stool. And you know what they say about Lucy? Well, you know what they say about Lucy. Lucy, don't sit on that, Lucy! You know how many chairs we've had to replace because Lucy sat on them? I said, Lucy, you need to stand in the corner. Seriously, if you're gonna break it, then you need to buy a new one. Or have a backup. And it was the smoke machine, so I said, no worries. I remember a time in Russia when I had nothing to do, when I had a rich husband, and we lived near the train line. I love listening to those Trans-Mind meditation, my peace. This train goes by. All the people in their red uniforms going off to work in the fields. The men guarding them by gun, making sure they got there. Oh, I tell you what, that was a good time. Anyway. My husband back then, he was in the party in Russia. Anyway, so I used to see the trains go by. And I just had nothing to do because I didn't have to work. They didn't make me work in the field. He worked in the field. Could you imagine? Kludi in the field. My husband was in the party. He was in the party, so I didn't have to work. I just sat in our cottage by the trains. I used to keep me calm. Oh, those trains were just so calming. Anyway, so I used to watch the trains, and I used to see them chimney up. Oh, that smoke, it just got me craving. So, you know, I used to roll my cigarettes of a morning, all 50 of them lying down in the morning, and used to go sit by the train out in my yard, and I used to like get all my 50 cigarettes, and used to go, And he'd be like, talking to the train, because we're talking smoke language. Smoke language, smoke language, smoke language. Puff, 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 puff. Woo, woo! I tell you what, me and those trains had some good conversations. Those trains, they said the dirtiest things. I tell you, I said, you need to clean that engine out of yours. It is covered in soot. You would not be saying that if you had been cleaned last night. And I said, where are the children? Get those more children to clean those trains out. They are dirty. But I loved it. I loved it. I tell you what, I loved it. It's a train telling me it was going to ram me. So anyway, it reminded me of that. So I remembered. I said, I might 50 cigarettes in the morning when the train used to talk to trains. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I will be your smoke machine. I will be your smoke machine. It's all right, Lucy. It's all right. We all forgive you. You're lucky that I came. You're lucky that Philip, my fiancé, has brought me to the theatre. Anyway, so we went to the theatre, and I was backstage, and they drew the curtain, and I said, and you know what?
What?
I rolled it with the wrong pouch. I was smoking the marijuana cigarettes. I tell you what, that audience saw the best show of their lives that night. They were going, and others were going, I'll tell you what, I don't remember what those people were saying on the stage, but listen around, Brian, they were doing their thing. Diamond Fiasco came out. Diamond Fiasco in a little mirrors. I tell you I'm a mirror. I tell you I'm a mirror. I tell you I'm a mirror, 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 mirror. And the thing you see is when you're a mirror. When you look into yourself, all you see is the outside looking back. That was the final line of the play. And no one ever got out of that mist. I'll tell you what, they were in that mist and they were lost. They were lost in that mist. Oh, so sad. It was so sad. Anyway, so I had smoking the 50 marijuana cigarettes. And you know what? The thing is, I wasn't expecting to smoke those 50 marijuana cigarettes that night, and I had already taken, I'd already taken pills. I'd already taken all my pills. And you know what? Those were the pills that you can't take when you've had the 50 marijuana cigarettes. Maybe 25, but not the 50. And I said, I had a fit. And Philip, he was so concerned. Me just lying around on the ground, fitting eyes in the back of my head. He was like, oh, what's going on? And it didn't make sense for days. I didn't make sense for days. I knew what I was saying. I was being perfectly clear. They just didn't know what I was saying. I said, I'm speaking clear. Don't you understand? I am speaking clear. It's not in any language you know. I know that, but I'm speaking clear. I don't remember that language that I'm going to be speaking with you. My speaking language tip is not working right now because there's just a little too many chemicals. Normally I go sleep it off. But Philip insisted I would sleep every night in my apartment that he'd bought for me because he was proper and we had to have separate places. I'll tell you what, he didn't even have sex with me. He wasn't going to until we got married, and he never did, obviously. I tell you what. Anyway, so he thought I was wrong, so he took me to the mental institution, and I was there, and I went in, and I was so sad. Oh, it's fine, just leave me here. And I walked in and I gave them my resume, because I'm like, I don't need to be here. Philip just doesn't understand what happens to me. He doesn't understand that my metabolism is fine and it's just going to be fine. And so I hid in the doorway for a few hours because once you get in, I just thought I was going to be fine. I just sat there and I sat there. Right, Philip took me to the chair and then I sat in the chair and then they were going to come and get me and I thought, I'm fine, go away. And so they waited there and then he went outside to make sure he didn't come back out. But I went in there and I said, you cannot see what I'm doing. So I went there and I said, I'm here to apply for the nurse's position. And so I applied for that nurse's position. I sat down with the head of the institution, Dr. Daniels. He was from a wealthy family, you see. They had a place just outside of New York. Lovely place. Anyway, so lovely. And they had a place
Hollow?
No. Very similar, but in a place And then I had a place in Cape Cod as well, and it was quite nice. Anyway, so I applied for the nurse position, Dr. Daniels, and I said, I'm here to apply for the nurse position. And he said, oh, Kludi Himes, we have a room for you already. And I said, oh really? You have a room for me already? And I was like, oh good, because I will need board. Because, you know, Philip needed to think that I was staying here. Because Philip needed to think I was getting better. But I was already better, so I don't know. So I applied. And then they said, you go straight to work, Kludi. And they took me out to the room, and then there was a cafeteria. And I was, you know, they put me in the room with them, so there would be someone with them at all times. I never left the room unless I went back to my room to sleep. I didn't sleep though, you know, I don't sleep. I just they didn't give me enough pills to sleep. They gave me some great pills, but that was great pills. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's medicine time, medicine time, darling. Oh, what's in here? Just two whiteys. Oh.
Do you want me to crush it?
It's alright, doesn't matter with these ones.
Vodka for the road.
Anyway, it's just some little antipsychotics, they'll be fine. So I worked at the institution, and we had, and I was in the main room, in the common room. Anyway, so there was I am your nurse, Kludi Himes, and I will take no insolence at all. And so they all followed me. Everyone always follows me. So they all followed me, I tell them this is what we're doing. It's time for group therapy. And then Dr. Daniels came along and said, yes, Kludi, it's time for group therapy. Why don't you sit in with us? And I was like, oh, thank you. I can learn so much from you, Dr. Daniels. And we all ran around, and, you know, so Diana was there, and she was going, I didn't mean to kill my baby. It was evil. I could see it in its eyes. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, if she saw it was evil, who are we to say it wasn't evil? It could have been evil. It could be evil baby. And you know what you got to do with evil babies. Oh. You raised them as party animals, but I wasn't going to tell Diana that. I was going to say that's not, you didn't know the option. So I wasn't going to tell her that. Didn't have the heart to tell her she didn't need to kill her evil baby. You know what? Like, oh. Anyway, so kill the evil baby, but no, didn't say. Oh, no, but she did kill the baby. No, I didn't say not to kill the baby, that's what it mean. You know what I mean. So I didn't kill the baby. Anyway, so then it was, Marcus, who didn't even talk, he just went, and furiously masturbated in front of everyone. I was like, don't, wait till I get in front of you, I want to catch that. Oh, Marcus, the fun times we had. Anyway, I wasn't around. That's a secret. I'm not meant to interact with the patients like that. No, there will be no personal contact with the patients. Anyway, then Dr. Daniel came to me and said, Kludi, I know you're a nurse. Why don't you just pretend that you're a patient and let's talk about, you had a little incident. And I'm like, oh my God, how did he hear? He's not meant to hear. I didn't tell him anything. Had a little incident with some marijuana cigarettes that made you go a little funny in the head, and you had an episode. And I was like, Dr. Daniels, oh, well, you must know, yes, all like you, I once was sick, but it's okay, I'm better now, so you look at me and you can see it better too. Yes, and it's like, and then Dr. Daniels was like, Kludi, you need to accept that you're sick. And I was like, yeah, I'd accept it, I was sick, I'm better now. He's like, Kludi, you need to accept you're sick. It's like, okay, Dr. Daniels, well, I've got to go do some nurse work. And I would get up and do some nurse work. I'd be like, oh, right, look at the patient chart. This patient needs 50 more milligrams of Valium every day, because you know what? I was going to take it because I needed 50 more milligrams of Valium. I just fill in the charts. You know, it's like, what do I feel like today? Oh, well, I do feel like 10 Xanax and, yeah, 50 grams of Valium will do. Maybe a shot of liquid Valium in the afternoon. I could say that George was causing some trouble, you'd see, and I'd just say, oh, we need to sedate him. That's so funny. They couldn't let me handle the needles, so I had to always snatch them from the male nurse. It's so rude. I was like, I am a nurse. You are an orderly. You are not a male nurse. You are an orderly. Well, give me the needle. I am the nurse. I know how to administer it. You see, you get the needle, and then you just slam it in and you go, Oh, I tell you what. Shot of liquid Valium. Oh. I did love the time though that when they gave me the uppers and the downers. See, I would steal some uppers from Mrs. Del Lewis, who was a manic depressant, and then I would steal some downers from George, and then I'd be like, uppers, downers, then I'd be like, oh, I'm up and down, I am up and down. Oh, it's so good, I tell you what, it was so good, up and down, up and down. Oh, it's like an exercise, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Oh, it reminded me of being in Soma, I tell you. Oh, Soma. So I worked there, day in, day out, for let's say, what was it, 2 years? After the first year, Philip stopped visiting. It's really a shame. I was like, well, they don't let me leave. It is a on location position, Philip. I take my duties seriously here as a nurse. I am a nurse. I'm here to heal these people and steal their drugs. I need to help. I need to be here. They give me food. They give me a room. And it is a lovely, cushiony room. I'll tell you what, there's cushion. Ah, I tell you what, cushion. A cushion room. Oh, really need to get another one for this. Maybe I could put pillows in my dumpster. Just line it with some pillows. That might be nice. Might be nice. Evie, write that down. We need to put pillows in my dumpster all over the wall.
Pillows in dumpster all the wall. Okay, got that.
Okay, oh yes, anyway. And so I worked in the asylum, and I tell you what, if it wasn't Mrs. Day-Lewis hanging herself, it was Marcus Audio Erotic accidentally hanging himself. And I'm saying, everyone is hanging themselves. That is not how you hang yourself. I need to show these people how to hang themselves. And so you know what I did? I showed them how to hang themselves. And I was lying there, and I was like a yank. Next thing I know, I wake up I'm in the morgue. I am in the morgue, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Drugs have gone down in quality lately. Maybe I'll just play dead. So I played dead. It was like this. Ready? It was like this. Like this. And so I played dead, and then they transported me to the funeral, and I couldn't hear much because I was in the coffin, but I swear there must have been thousands of people there for my funeral, but that coffin was just, it was airtight, it was soundproof, so I couldn't hear a thing. It was like no one came, but there must have been thousands there. Anyway, so then I wake up, and I was like, kick my way out, everyone leaves, and I haven't put the dirt on, and I go, this is my chance, kick the coffin up, look up, see, Ward of the State 113 KH, and I'm like, they must be getting the real tombstone later, because the really nice ones they don't get them till years after the person dies, so that's just the temp one, not bigger than us. And then I said, and I went out to the road, and I stuck my sign out, and this big green van stopped by, and I said, I need a lift, and they said, where you going? And I'm like, I don't know, where are you going? And they said, we're going to this festival, it's called Wood Chip or something, and I said, and then you know what they did? They handed me a marijuana cigarette, and I said, honey, you got 49 more? 49 more.